Good evening, everyone. Today is a day 20 ReactJs. Today we are going to start with updating object in state. Hope you will join Discord server for updates about ReactJs and questions related to this. From next week or next to next week, I will start uploading the questions and challenges on Discord. Hope you will join and enjoy React. So start with today's lecture with the updating objects in state. What's the term means? The term is like objects, like whatever the object we are going to updating using the state. It's same and similar to last lecture, but we are going to learn something new in this lecture, and that's it. So state can be hold any kind of JavaScript value. Okay, state can hold any kind of JavaScript value, including objects, but you shouldn't change object that you hold in the React state directly. Instead, when you want to update an object, you need to create a new or make copy of existing one. Okay, and then set the object using the copy. So guys, for now we are just creating our single variable state variables. We are not creating our objects in the state. Okay, so today we are going to we are creating our object in the state. Like, that's amazing. Like, at that time we are going to manipulate multiple things at a single go. So that's make react to interactive mode. So what are the agenda for today? Today we are going to learn. Let's change the color. What agenda for today? Today's agenda will be learn. What we are going to learn, how to correctly update objects in React state. That's our main agenda. Then how to update nested object without muting. Like, okay, without muting. Muting is like manipulating things. Okay, without manipulating the things, how you are going to update, what immutability is, and how not to break it. Okay, always be in immutability. You are not going to update anything by your own self. It's all things going to updating on the basis of state. How to make object copy less repetitive with lammer. Lammer. Okay, I don't know what about this lammer. We are going to discuss in further new lecture. In this lecture too. So starting with what is mutation. Okay, what is mutation? Mutation means what? Take something dark color like orange. I think this is quite good. Alright. Alright, good. What is mutation? Okay. You can store any kind of JavaScript value in state. Okay, like x and set x as a value of single variable. And so far, you have been working with number, string, and boolean. Yes, we so far we are just working with number, string, and boolean. These kind of JavaScript values are immutable. Like it can be changed. It means unchangeable. It cannot be changed. Okay, it cannot be changed. The value is not be changed. Only for reading. Okay, you can trigger re-render, replace the value. Okay, we are just replacing the value. We are not changing the value. Like we are not going to change this number to string or string to boolean or boolean to number. We can't do that. Okay, this all are immutable, unchangeable. Like if I set x to 5, the x state change to 0 to 5, but number itself don't change. Okay, it's not possible to uh, make any changes to build in primitive value like number, string, and boolean in JavaScript. Okay, or you can say like you can't change the initial value. Okay, if you set the initial value to 0 and after two uh, state changes you can't change it to 2 or any kind of number like 3 at that time. So this is immutable, like it can't be changed. Okay, the value is, if the when one value is fixed, that is fixed, you can't change that. If you want to change, then you are required to update your code, otherwise it can't be changed. So this all are the immutable variables. Okay, now consider the object state. Like I have created this object. Okay, and this position object and this set position is my setter function, and that's going to manipulating my initial value of my objects like position and the all everything. We know this how things is working here. Technically, it's possible to change constant of object con, con, contents of objects. This is called mutation. Okay, we can change the value of object like what, position dot x equals to 5. Now I have changed the value of x to 5. However, although objects in React state are technically mutable, you can you should treat them as if they were immutable like number, boolean, or string. Okay, instead of muting them, you should always replace them. Okay, instead of muting them, we should always replace them. We are not going to mute the state like this and updating things. We are going to replace all the object. We are going to uh, pass the new object to position, not just updating the position.x and position.y. Okay, let's see how things working here. Like treat state as read only. Okay, treating the state as read only, like we are not going to change or mutate anything else. Okay, in other word, you should treat any JavaScript object that you put into the state as read only. Okay, because our objects in JavaScript are immutable, that can be changed at any point, but my number, string, and booleans are immutable, that cannot be changed at any point. Okay, that's why that's only a read only. But my objects are not read, is read only and write. Read and write, that had the privilege of reading and writing. All right. This example holds an object in state, okay, to represent the current pointer position. To represent the current pointer position, okay, the red dot is supposed to, like this red dot is going to working for her. When I remove this canvas like this pencil, you will understand how things is going on. Move when you touch the on the cursor, the preview area, but the dots stay in the initial position. Okay, let me tell you how things is going here. Let me off this first. Okay, now when I'm going to, why things is not going here. Okay, like whenever you try, like in this case it's able to changing the position, but in this case I'm not able to move my cursor or my position. Why this thing is happening? Like say, let me increase the code base, like let's read out what are the code here. Like I have created the moving dot as an component, as a main component here, and this main component consists one state variable, position and the search position, and containing uh, it state initial values as x and y as an object. We are going to store initial value as an object. All right guys, in this case we are going to store our initial value as object, which is what, our I don't know why it's moved. No, it's good. Okay, I have created the x and y value. Okay, and position for x equals to e dot client x. Actually, what is client x? It's is the event whenever your mouse move on pointer move. I have created the arrow function that's returned my position for x and y. What is the position? Position is my this position, and x is moving like client dot x and client dot y. This client dot x and client dot y is my position of my cursor. All right, guys. This is my position of my cursor. Okay, like it's the relative, and it is the css simple css for my dot. Okay, and second thing is my I have created one more div that is red color. Actually, this position is a client X and a client Y is like what is the size of my screen, I think. Okay, this what is the size of my screen, and this red dot consists of position and top left. I have a initial position of top left of the 10 and top left 0 and width and the height of this. And I have used the transform. I have used the transform for what? Like it's going to transform on the basis of position of my cursor. I'm sorry for that. This is our position of my cursor only. Okay, don't misconfused here. This is my position of my cursor. All right, this div, actually this div is going to manipulating all these things. Okay, and it's consisting the position x and position y on the basis of that. And whenever you are going to here, like it's not working right now, but I don't know why it's not working, but I will tell you later. Okay, the position is with a bit of code like on pointer event is going to updating my x and y. It's directly going to updating the x and y. It's not going to adding the new object to my state. It's just updating the initial value of my state. Okay, in this case I am just updating my initial value of my state. I'm not updating the state variable like new object, where we are not going to creating the new object, we are just updating the initial value. I think that's a reason for that. This code. Okay, why it's not going to open? Also leave it. This code modifies the object assigned in position for the previous render, but without using the state setter function. Okay, without using the state setter function, we are updating the things, all these things. Okay, React has no idea. Okay, React has no idea that object has changed. Okay, whenever you are going to updating your initial value, React is going to whenever it's manipulate things, React taking the snapshot for that. But in this case, the React seems like we are just updating the initial value as an object. But at that in that case, the React have no idea about does really my objects updated or not, or just is a initial value. That's for the confusion, React is not updating our page. So that so React does not or do not anything in response. It's like trying to change the order after you already entered the mail. Okay, it's the same thing before it's render on your table, the order before uh, fulfill your table, we are just updating the things, and React don't know you update the order. Okay, while muting state can work in some cases. Okay, some of the cases the muting of the state is work. We don't recommend it. Okay, we are not recommending you to use this kind of scene, like you're just muting your initial value of the state. That's not a good way to working with React states. Always be triggered to updating your whole objects, like set position as a setter function, and updating your new object for that. Okay guys, you're not supposed to update only the variables of the objects, okay, or the key values of your object. You supposed to update your full objects at every state, every render. Okay, you should treat the state value you have access to it render as read only, not for write. Okay, only consider the object as a read only. Yes, it is writable, but you should not you require to avoid that. All right guys, to actually trigger a re-render in this case, create new object and pass it through the setter function. Okay, or you got a state setting function or the setter function, both the things are same. Okay, okay guys, so in the next play in the file, we're replacing the object at the render bit again. So let's update this code. Actually we are using here, let me close this pan first of all. Okay, here we are updating the position, or call it, we are just updating our initial value of a position, but we should avoid this. That's why I'm not going to use this. And what I'm going to working with that, I'm going to create my new setter function, or call, I'm going to update through my setter function. So I'm going to using like this, like setter function. Inside this function, I'm going to add my object like x, as what my x will be my e dot client x. I think this, I'm not misspelled things. Okay, e dot client x. Okay, e dot client x, and the next y will be what, my y will be e dot client y. Okay, for my initial values. Now things is working good. Hope you understand things. Okay, actually what happened when you are updating your initial value of your object, that React is not aware about that. That's the reason the React don't know you have updated, your state is changed, or that's why rendering is not updating uh, smoothly. In some of the cases, direct mutation work, but in recommendation, like you should avoid that. Okay, we don't uh, recommend this. Okay, we are not recommending this. We are recommended to updating by your setter function, as we just used here. Okay, hope you understand like how things is going well. Okay, we can add one more thing here. If we want to add something creativity, what if I whenever I hover on this screen, and that something right on the screen too, to working for that, what we can do, like whenever I move my screen on my canvas, I would like to create single dot at that position also. To working with that, what we can do, I think this is my main div. I think yes, this is my main div. Inside my div, inside my main div, inside my main div, I'm working with this, and I have created one self-closing div also. Okay, actually, what I did here, I have created one div, and this is my closing div, and I have created one more div, and that's my, what's that? And that's my self closing div. Okay, the other div that don't contain anything else. Okay, and one more thing, what we can do here, uh, at every rendering, at every render, actually I am creating as what I am creating this style for that div. I have created the style for this div, and uh, I don't know whether that's work for me or not. Let me try. At least I could try. Okay, and I would like to create a dot. Okay, okay, that's moving with their selves too. So this is not working here, and this is my position for this. Actually, I required to uh, okay, what I can do here, at every render I want to create my, let me show you. I would like to create one more div, and that will be my self closing div, and I want to give the style for the same. But thing is like we can't updating the thing like that. I think what I can do, and every render I have to, actually I require to store all the positions. Okay, actually I require to store all the positions. Otherwise, what happened? All the dots is missing out. Okay, that's a cool. If we able to do that, hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If we able to do that, that's become very cool for us. Like really. Okay, now for now I don't want to update anything. Otherwise, it's become too late. But my crazy brain says like, let's try now, bro. Otherwise, how we learn new things? Okay. Okay, what I can do here, like I have my style here that's controlling this all the red things. Okay, and the second thing what I have my div, canvas div. Inside my canvas div, I have one more div here, and I would like to create on every point's move. At every point's move, I require to create my divs, and that div will be like I don't want to create my div. Actually, I want to create one uh, span, and that span will be work as a dot, and that dot become my all this thing. So how thing will be working like like this is updating my setter function, and on every move. Okay, and I want to update one more thing. I know I don't I Not just I want to update my setter function, I want to create my uh, italic tag. I require to do one more thing here. And I want to create my. It's not updating things. Style for this will be color black. What I can do on every move, point move. Uh, mm, I can add one dot every time I require to set dot, and that dot will not be vanish. Or I should put store the dot inside my object, or I can do like that. Okay, that's become so logical, but I'm not working for that right now. So moving forward, guys, like sorry for any miscommunication with you. So moving forward, okay. My task was to creating this thing. Okay, that's worked here. So moving forward. Let's choose pencil here. Oh, let's restore all the things. Okay. Which set position you are telling React replace position with a new object and render the component again. Okay. Notice the red dot is now falling to be moving here. That will be moving here. Like don't figure, forget like this. Everything is working similar as I told you. So local mutation is fine. Like let's see what is this. Like local mutation is fine. What's telling about like code like this problem because it modify the existing object. Okay, but code like this absolutely fine. Like const next position is my on empty object, and the next position dot x equals to this, and next position is this. Oh, that's the same thing, bro. That's same thing. We are just telling them to update. Actually, we should use the seeder function. Okay, whether you will use like this or like this, both the things are equivalent. Right? This. Okay. Mutation is only a problem when you change the existing object that's already in a state. Mutation and object is a create. Okay, because no other code reference to it yet. Changing it isn't going to accidentally impact something depend on it. This is called local mutation. Okay, what we call this, this is called local mutation. Okay, you can even do local mutation while rendering. You're very convenient for complete. Okay, okay. So guys, next thing is like copy object with spread syntax. Okay, we are using this spread syntax, like copy object as spread syntax. What's that? Let's see. In the previous example, the position object is always created fresh from current cursor position, but often you will want to include existing data. Oh, that's the thing. Like you will want to include existing data as a part of new object you created. For example, you may want to update only one field in the form, but keep the previous value for all the other field. Okay. This input of field does not work because on change handler mutate the state. Like what's the case? Like this input field does not work because on change handler mutate the state. Like I have my main component as a form. Okay, and this component has one state variable and that containing first name and the last name and the email address as default. Okay, as default value. Okay, and what we are trying to do, we are sorry what we are trying to do, I have my label, all this thing, all this structure here. Whenever I am going to submit this form, what is going to do? Okay, it's not submitting the form. I think I have just my input and my output. I think this just a form. It's not submitting. It's just controlling the rendering. Okay, like it's updating the first name, person last name, and the email address by just for directly. It's not updating the set function. Setter, it's not using the setter function. But uh, if I trying to cut this, if I trying to cut this, it's not working. To improve this code, what we can do, we are not using. Actually, oh, in that case, what we can do, in this case, what we can do, we are going to use this method. We are going to use this method actually. Okay, next position. We are not updating full fledged. Actually, we require to store the previous data too. If I am just updating this, it's not going to update all this object. Okay, we are supposed to store this, and I just want to update this, as here it's like both the things are convenient, so that we are going to create our own next position or next item things, and the next position dot x as this, and the next position dot like this. We're updating like this here. Okay, next position. Or we are going to create our const new update as my empty object. Okay, this is my new update as an empty object, and I will say new update equals to this, and my set person person will be new update. I think this should work, and I want to repeat the same thing here. New update will be this, and my set person will be new update, and new update will be this, and my set person will be new update, and that's it. And I think this will work right now. If I change this one, it's not going to change all this thing. I'm just changing, like if I say prince, and that's it. My prince is updated here. not all this code, all other things. Hope you understand how things are. We are able to restrict, we are able to store the previous value too. Okay, we are not updating all the values, we are just updating my value that I want. Okay, that's why it says like both the things are good, both the things are applicable. If you update like this, it's going to update all the parameters, all the objects value. Okay, but with this we are not updating all the values, we are just updating only the value that we require. Hope you understand how things is going here. Okay, and if I say my last name will be Sharma, and that's going to like this. Okay, if I want to update my, actually what is this actually, how this thing is working, let me show you here. This is what, actually this is what like it's getting all the current value for that person dot name, person dot, copy this and reset this. Okay, this, let wait for the update here. Like here it's containing the name, last name and the email id, name, last name and the email id. And the same thing for currently it's empty, and it's update from my person dot name, person dot last name, person dot email. Okay, when I'm trying to update this like this, for now it's not working, like I have to update like this. If I update like this, actually it's only containing this, it's updating all this. I think I'm doing something mistake or things is going well. I don't know. Let's check in the next code. This will tell us. For example, this line mutate the state past render. Okay. This really this reliable. Why to get the behavior you're looking for to create a new object as a pass it set person, but here you want to also copy the existing data into it because only one of the field has changed. Okay, okay. All right. Actually we try to do things better, but thing is like this is a good, this is a way that we can update it. But what happened in this case, I'm just updating the updating one value and other values become empty. Okay, others value become empty, that's why it's showing like this. Like whenever I use like whenever I click on here, it's just updating the one value and other values become empty, but it's not render yet on the screen. Okay, that's a reason. This is the same practice as you working with this, but this not still it's not a good practice. Okay, still it's not a good practice, still it's not a good practice. Okay, so to avoiding this mistake, what you can do, whether you use this triple dot or object spread, uh, that's copy all the older field and updating, override with new one. Okay, we are just updating with new one. Okay, overriding things, you are just overriding the new thing on the basis of an existing object. You're updating your objects but overriding with a new update. Okay, actually thing is same, but we require to work with this. First name will be updated and the all both the name will be the same. Okay, let's try here. I'm not creating the object like here, and I'm going to update the value like this. Let me refresh this first. error target dot value. Let me refresh it. Here I'm going to update my person dot first name. But how I'm going to update, like set person. I'm giving my creating my object here, and whether I update everything by my own or just like this. And you can use this triple dot spread of my person. Okay, of my person, like this, triple dot person, and update, new update, like first name is going to be like this. Okay, my first name will be updating like this. Okay, and I will do the same thing for all. I'm going to update my last name, so I'm going to use last name update like this. Here I'm going to update my email ID, so I'm just rendering all these things on my email with the new values. Okay, why don't I show my all my person here in my new pair, in the new my my new field tag. I wish I could update all my person. Actually, I'm not able to full render my person here. Objects are valid as a React child and first name, last name. You need. Okay, person dot to string to stringify. I think I'm not using the correct way. Let me use the ChatGPT. How to convert the object to string in JavaScript, bro. I'm going to use this thing like JSON stringify. My object will be person. Okay, JSON dot stringify. Person, last name, email. Okay, now now it's time to play with this. When I update this name like Prince, what I'm going to update? My first name become Prince, last name will become this, and the email will be this. Okay, what what I was thinking, I was thinking like it's just uh render all other things. Okay. I think this is rendering the last name also, but it's not like that. It's just rendering the first name and the email ID, not render the last name. That's why I'm just confirming here, like thing is working the same or different. Okay, now this spread syntax clarify my doubt. Hope you understand how things going here, like how you are going to updating your uh, name, like I want to convert. Sure, let's work and see. Okay, I'm just using like google.com. That's it, and I want to like song. That's also working. Dot. That's also working. So guys, everything is working well. We also learn new things like how to convert the object to string. Use JSON.stringify person, and to converting your object stringify object to uh, JSON, you are required to use the parser. Hope they give the answer here. Or whether you use the object here, convert like in Java, you can do like this person dot in Python. Oh yeah, I don't want to make anything. Okay. So for example, this line of a code and person dot person, and we are just going to update all the things. We are going to use the object spread. Like they also work the same as we did earlier. So guys, now notice that a spread syntax is a shallow copying the object. It's not copying the deep copying. It's just copy the one level of copying. Okay, it's only copy things on the one level. This means that is it fast, but it also means that if you want to update nested properties, you will have to use more than once. Okay. Using a single event handler for multiple field. Okay, using a single event handler for multiple field. Let's say how we are going to use this event handler for multiple field. Like you can also use braces inside your object definition to specify a property with dynamic name. Okay, dynamic name. Here is the same example, but with a single event handler instead of three different one. Okay, like here you are trying to creating your multiple event handler for the names, all this thing. But what if you want to do the same thing with a single name? Okay, to working with that, what you can do here, you can do like this all are calling the single handler like handle change. On the handle change, what the thing is going to update, like everything is same for the event handler dot get dot name. Okay, you're getting the name of that event handler, like what is the input field, whether it's a last name, whether it's a email. But in the above case, what we are trying, do we have provide the name? We didn't provide any name kind of things. Okay, to updating our code like that, what we can do, we are provide the value and the name also, like name equals to what, first name. Okay, for the value for the last name, my name will be what, my name will be last name, and my email will be what, my email. Name equals to, okay. Now we are going to update this whole code, and calling all the name with event handle change. Copy this and paste it here, copy this and paste it here, and copy this and paste it here. Okay, and I'm taking the name from here, like e dot target or value. And how we are going to take that name, we are taking name like e dot target dot name. Whether you want to add the braces or not, it's depend. But actually, you should. Actually, why it's not working here? Let me check here. Okay, we are going to use this braces. Actually, that's the reason they teach us now. Actually, whenever you want to creating it, like not always use the curly braces, but you are required to use this rectangle braces. Rectangle braces. Okay, remember this. Otherwise, you also do the same mistake that I did here. Okay, now thing is working well. Okay. Okay, or you can also try like this. You can try change the syntax like to string. Do that work or not? Dot to string. I think that's not working. Well, that's not work. So guys, remember this always when you want to name, when you want to change by their event dot target or name, then you are supposed to use this braces. Which one? This one. Otherwise it's giving you error. Okay, actually not giving you error, it's not going to compile for you. Okay, like nothing here. E dot target or name refers the name property and from the input of event do. Okay, so this was interesting. It's really reduced our code base. Actually, I was thinking like why we are using like this kind of things for multiple times. So well, moving forward, let me check everything's working well or not. I'm just speaking or not wasting. Okay, thing is well. Okay, updating a nested object. Now we are going to updating our nested object. How we are going to update that? Let's check. Consider the nested object like this. Like I have my person and the set person as a state variable, and I'm going to initialize the state variable with this simple object. And this time I'm using the nested object. Okay, in the why we are using nested object here, actually in the last example we were dealing with this triple dot shadow spread syntax. This is only copy the one level of things, like in this case it's just copy the name and the artwork, not the title, city and the images. That's a shallow copying. How we are going to deal with the deep copying things? Actually there was a I will tell you what's that. I'm not remembering the object name. I think method name of the array. That's copy from the deep copy also, like on the basis of things like. Let's say if you want to update a person dot r dot city, it's clear how to do with the mutation. Yes, we can update these things with mutation like this. But in React, you treat state immutable in order to change the city. You would first need to proceed the net new artwork object pre-populated with the data and the previous one. Okay, like this, like const next artwork equals to pre-populate all the data, and then I'm going to updating the this city name. Then I'm also updating my next person, and all pre-populate my next person, and that's a thing. Like we are going to update the things from bottom to up. Like first we are update the city, then we update my artwork, and then we update my set person. Okay, first I'm going to update my city, then artwork. Okay, both the things is going to update, then we are going to update my set person. Okay, or called person. Okay, like this. Okay, on over on writing a single function call like this, what we can do, copy the other field of things, and I'm going to update the artwork like this, and copy all the artwork, then updating my city. Okay, this get a bit wordy, but it works fine with many cases. Okay, let's see here. What image? Like my name is this, title, city, and image is like this. Blue. Okay, and my phone and the location of Hamburg. Okay, and show more. But guys, still we are using multiple times the handle image change, handle city change, handle title change, handle name change. At the name change, we are just updating the name like this. Then we are updating with the title, then updating the city, then updating with the images. Okay, it's taking multiple lambda. Let's see. Objects are not really nested. Objects are not really nested. Let's see what's the logic behind this. An object like appears in nested in code. An object like appears nested in the code. Okay, like this is the nesting. However, nesting is inaccurate way to think about how objects behave. Okay, when the code executes, all right, there is no such things as nested object. Okay, you are really looking at two different objects. Oh, we are just looking at two different object, looking at two different objects, like object 1 containing title, city, and image, and object 2 containing, okay, like this, and object 2 containing name, artwork, and object 1. Okay, the object 1 not inside object 2, then object 1 is not inside the object 2. For example, let object 1 be this, and object 2 will be like this, and artwork containing this, all this thing, all the object 1 inside my here, and let object 3 will be like this, and this artwork containing object 1 too, like this is containing object 1, this is containing object 1. Their name is changing, okay, and all the things are same. Okay, if you were to mutate object 3 dot artwork dot name of the things like city or anything, it would affect object 2 dot artwork dot city. Yes, it's going to affect this one too. This also affect this one. If I say like object 3 dot artwork dot city, like when I updating this thing, this is also update for object 2 and object 3 both. Yes or no? Yes. This is because object 3 artwork and object 2 artwork and object 1 are the same object. This is difficult to see when you think to object as nested. Instead, they are separate objects pointing at each other with properties. Okay. In the behind the scene, these all are not a different object. These all are the same object with different pointing. Like write concise update logic with Lammer. What's this? Like search this one. This term. Lammer. Lammer, German for always. In German, what we call Lammer as a always is a tiny package that allows you to work with immutable state. Okay, it's allowing you to working with immutable state in more convenient way. Lammer is a life changing as JavaScript developer, and I'm not even executing like it's alright up. Okay. Typically, it's using a lot dot spread operation. When you're using lemma, changings are made defer object. That's good. Well, let's see how these things is working here. Okay, if your state is deeply nested, okay, if my state is deeply nested, you might want to consider filtering it. We want to consider is filtering it. We are like filtering by what? Filtering by the multiple dot. Why this link is not open? Like this kind of thing. In this case, like I have my hey, I don't want to see this right now. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. Okay, considering lots of filtering, but if you don't want to change your state structure, you might prefer a shortcut to nested spread. Okay, Lammer is a popular library. Let's explore Lammer in npm. I think okay. This is opening my GitHub app. Okay, having 4K of stars, and I think this is working good. And lastly, updated last 5 days ago. It's updated the JSON, like it's still in working, and there is written TypeScript. So about a hook is to use Lammer as a React hook to manipulate the states. Okay, API and use Lammer initial state is a very similar to use state. The function returns a tuple. It's returning what? It's a tuple. It's returning what? Tuple. Tuple is what? It's just an object. Okay, it's returning the object. That first value of tuple is like current state. The second state updater function, and the second level production function, and the value argument managing like this. I'm going to use this library while like this. Just like use state, you are using the use lammer. It's a hook, okay? And you are using the same thing. Like you created a person and the update person with the use lammer, and created a initial value for what? Initial value for what? For the person. For person like Michael at the age of 33, and you're going to returning the what? You're going to return a app where they had one of the person name and the person age on in the input box. Inside the input box, when you are going to update your name of a person, the value is changing on the basis of that, and of the person is updating, and the button is clicked, become older. On click, become older. Update name will be here, and the become older will be draft name is here. Like this, like when your name is updating, like name update person. Okay, okay, you are getting the name value as a not as a okay. Hey, this is what you are updating just like an order as you were using last time. Okay, it's just like an order function, like it's just like a what was that the term was like You are updating a function directly using the you are updating your state by using function by arrow function. Okay, before it's render on the screen, you are just updating that. Okay, we just tried earlier. And become older, like update, you're also updating your ages. Okay, we have tried this but in a different way, but we are not, but we can use this without lammer also. Why I'm searching this, let's see how things is going on. Like, but okay, lammer is a popular library that let you write using the convenient but muting syntax. Okay, we are going to mute the initial value and take care of producing the copy for you. With the lammer, the code you write look like you are breaking the rules, like muting an object. Yes, like this. Def, and I'm going to dev.artwork.cities. We have used this thing last day, but thing was like different. But unlike regular mutation, it does not override the past state. It's not going to override, it's update the state. How does lammer work? The draft produce a lammer as a special type of object called proxy. Okay, the draft provides a lammer. Draft. Okay, what's it? You can use this event. You can use like event. Okay, not event like any name here, bro. You can use like N, P, K, anything else. It's not considered as a value like you are using only the draft here. It's not like that. I will tell you how things is going to update here. And the draft provide no draft. I will go like say name. Okay, any extract name or call it any proxy or not. You can also use as a props. Okay, not props, bro. Leave it. The draft provided by Lammer is a special type of object. Okay, it's provide you a special type of object. Okay, called a proxy. Okay, it's provide you a special type of object. Hey, it's not an object, bro. You are just ending with this column proxy. That's records what you do with it. Okay. This is why you can mutate it freely as much as you like under the hood. You're updating things under the hood. Never figure out which part of the draft have been changed and produce a completely new object that contain your edit. Okay. But always you remember you are going to use your state function. Okay, setter function. You're supposed to use the setter function. If you're not using the setter function, the things is not going to update. Okay, but in the first example, when you are trying to mutate the things exactly, in this case, you're not using the setter function. You're just using the state variable to update the things, and that's a reason it's going to breaking the rule. But in the other case, after updating the things, whenever you're using the setter function, it's thinks very well. That's why lammer is working here properly. If lammer is updating directly the state variable, that at that time the lammer also be going to be in help. Like here under the hood and lammer is there. To try the lammer, run npm install use lammer. Okay, to add lammer in the other dependency and import lammer just like a use state, and just you can use like that. Okay, like inside the package.json you fill like this kind of dependencies, and app.js I'm just updating the things like this. But still bro, but still we using. Hey, but do we really want to use like this update like draft? Use lammer. If we use like d, do things not working? like which is like fine, still work. Yeah, I don't know. This one location does not exist. Okay, whatever. So, oh yeah, I'm just you know what? What is this actually? Actually, I'm thinking like it's just like things that we did yesterday. Let me tell you like this. We are updating the things and like this. It's the real work of Lammer actually do. But thing is we are not updating things like here, but we are updating the things in the object format like n plus one like this. Now thing is going to where? Now it's become three. It's not working right now. But guys, it's same. But thing is not like that. But the thing is same. This one. Hey bro, it's not a number. Why you saying like this? Actually, first time it says like no. I think they got an object and that object is not working the same thing. That's why. Actually, you can't mutate the things from here. Actually, if this is a number, now it's become working. So sorry guys, sorry man, I've disturbed you. So moving forward, like this, you notice how much more concise the event handlers become have become. You can you can mix match use state and use lemma in a single component as much as you like. Lemma is a great way to keep update handler concise, especially if you're nesting in your state copy objects leads to respective codes. Okay, hope you understand things. It's very good for use. Okay, guys. So moving forward, why is mutating state not recommended in React? Oh, actually, hey, do we require to read all this thing? Actually, why the thing is not recommended to mutate the state directly? Actually, what happened? It's not taking the snapshot and not updating all the things and making the error. Like treat it like a snapshot. We have just discussed all these things in the last lecture, but still, if you miss that lecture, no, don't worry, don't worry about that. I'm going to repeat all this thing again. All right, guys. Hey, open mind. Hey, let's choose. No, this good color. Okay, and you can close it here. Okay, good. Okay, there are the few reasons for the debugging optimization, new features, requirement. Okay, start with debugging. Yeah, why it's not open? Worked for me. Please open, bro. It's take time. So take your time. Okay, debugging. If you if you use console.log and don't mutate state, your past log won't collaborate and all the things that previous order treating like an object and वो snapshot नहीं ले पाता and that's the reason it's like undo and the read all the history and the memory update नहीं कर पाता and the simple implementation नहीं हो पाता. That's the reason it's not working very well and get away from it. Like let's recap all this lecture. You guys, you can read it out. It's simple as I told you earlier. Treat all state as a react. Let's start with the recap. Okay, treat all state as react as immutable. It's not should be changed. Okay, when you store object in state, muting them will not trigger render and will change the state previous and the render is like a snapshot. Okay, by same बात है. That's reason here. Okay, Instead, muting an object create new version of it. Okay, trigger to render and using the setting the state to it. Or you can use the sitter function. Always use the sitter. You can use the spread syntax for the convenient way to copy paste the object. Okay, a spread syntax is a shallow copy. It's not going to copy in the deep. To for the deep copy, you can use nested spread syntax, or you can use what lammer. Lammer is the case to using for this for the deep copy. And one more the reason, like when you are not using the lammer, for that you are using the multiple deep copy. At the time, I'm sorry. At the time, it's me got to be stuck in error or anything else. For the convenient way, lammer is not it's breaking the rule, but under the hood, it's not express that I have just break the rule. Yes. To update a nested object, you need to create copy all of way and place in the updating. To reduce the repetitive copy in the code, use lammer. Okay, guys. So let's start with challenge for day. Our first challenge is to fix incorrect state updates. This form has few bugs. Click the button and increase the score few times. Okay. Notice that this it does not increase. Hey, really? Hey, it's he's a really good, really correct. It's not increasing. Okay, we fixed that. Okay, guys. Then edit the first name and notice that the score has suddenly caught up. Like let's see. Oh, it's increased. I'm sorry. I've just clicked here. No update. When I click here, it's update. Oh God. Why we're waiting? Why it's waiting for? How this is working back? With your changes. Finally, edit the last name and notice that the score has disappeared completely. Let's see. Let's see. Oh God. Oh God. There's a lots of error. Your task is to fix all these bugs. As you fix them, explain why you and what happened. So let me reset this once. Let me take a full screen. Let's read out the function we have created. First of all, we have this sitter or called state variable scoreboard that containing the player and the sorry that containing the player and set player used it like first name, last name, and their score. Okay, when you're clicking on that, we are just updating the we are directly updating the things. That's the reason. In this case, we just updating the score. Let me do this thing first. For the input name, my name will be like first name, and my last name will be name. I'm just adding the name for the what name for my all the input field, and for the score and the button that containing the score. And the button dot name. score. And I'm going to create my one more helping function that says change. That going to dealing with what? That's going to deal with handle dot change. Just here. Now, what I'm going to update here, like thing is like I'm going to update my inside my event like this, and I'm getting this event as what? Actually, I'm trying to do these things like this. Let me show you. Like taking the event as E here. Okay. And I'm going to update my set player, and I'm going to update all my set player as player to get all my existing variables here, and one of my I'm getting all my new the value that you have the user have clicked, that's going to update here, like e dot target dot name equals to e dot target dot value. That's it. Okay. For that case player, I'm not supposed to do like this. But the thing is like when you click on this button, this button should update the score. It's not updating the button, but both the thing is working well. And, okay, but button is not updating. To updating my button, I require to use my condition base. Target dot name is not equals to score. score, then else. Score plus 1. Okay. Now thing is like let's see why this error is here. Actually, I required to update my score on the basis of. It's not like that. Value, and for my score, handle score. Sorry. Function handle score, set player player score dot. What will be my score? My score will be player dot score plus. Okay. Now when you click here, it's updating your score, and when you're changing your name, you are able to change your name, Rana, and when you are changing your now everything is good. But you are required to use update by both the things. But you are required to create two helping function here. Okay, let's check. Do we do we can handle all this thing with my handler or lammer? Actually, we required to know when we use the lammer actually. Okay, otherwise it's like let's check the solution here. Uh, okay. Oh God, they have used multiple functions. Why? Uh, I think they have one more solution. No. Okay. The problem is like this and mutate all these things in there. Yeah. Okay, we can also try new way like this. Okay. So moving forward, guys, let's try new challenge. In this challenge, fixing the mutation. Fix and okay. No thing is working well. What we can do? Drag me, drag me, drag me. If I drag to here, and how you come back that drag? Reset this. But I think the error will be like you are not supposed to drag outside this box. So let's check out. There is a draggable box on the static background. Okay, this is my static background. Okay, you can change the box color using the select input. Yes, I can. Oh, whenever changing the drag area is going to change using the select input. But there is a bug. If you move the box, then they change its color. The background, which isn't supposed to move. Okay, this should not supposed to move. Still, it's moving. Will jump the box position. Will jump the box position, but this should not happen. Okay, background's position prop is set initial position, which is x0 and y0. Why is the background moving after color change? Oh, I require to find that and fix that one. Okay, whenever I changing the color like pink to orange, it's moving my background. Like this background, like this one. Like this one should not change their position. But whenever I changing the things, it's going to changing like this. Okay, but actually this should be in the middle, in the mid. Okay, this should not going to change their position, but still it's changing, and we require to find the reason and improve the code. Let's understand what the things. I have my background from a background.js and the box from the box.js. We are not supposed to do anything with this. This all are working well on their position. But thing is like, let's see what's that. I have my canvas as a main component. Okay, and canvas containing one state variable like shape and set space, set shape, and the color is orange for the for default, and the position is the initial position. And this initial position is coming from where? Like position, initial position. Let's check what is this initial position. There is no initial position. There is also not initial position. Okay, it's mean that initial position is something. Let's see. And I have my selector that containing the values like shape dot shape color, shape dot color, shape dot color, shape dot color, like this, shape dot color, like this. Selector is going to work value equals to shape dot color, and on changes change my color from here. On handle color change, handling this color change, how the changes there, like shape and just changing the color. Okay, it's working very well. We're not going to touch this. It's change the color perfectly. Like options I have orange, this and this with the value. Okay, this value is coming from my options. Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. In the background, position is initial position, and initial position is what? I don't know why. Do I declare the initial position? Yeah, this is my initial position. Sorry for I didn't understand. didn't see this. My initial position is x and y is equal to 0. Let me reset this. For now, my initial position is 0 and then 0. Okay, this is my initial position of my background. Okay, and background is this, and position is my initial position. Update like this. We are not supposed to update things like this. Let's check. And the box have the color and the position of the shape dot position, and on move I like handle move, and drag me is the name for the box. And now my next handler is a handle move. Like what handle moves do? Like whenever you change the color, what's happen? It's just updating your color. Okay. But the thing is when you are moving the things, that's okay. But changing the color and it's giving you an error, like I don't think so why this happen. Let's see. For the purpose of what? For the purpose of error detection, I'm going to use this. JSON dot stringify. What was that? JSON dot stringify. Like this. Stringify. Not object. I want to like what? Like my shape. My initial value color is orange, position is x and y, and the 0 and 0. And when I'm changing the wait, my x and y is 0 and 0. And for the background, it's also containing the initial position. It's also uh, clicking what targeting the initial position, and initial position is targeting here, and my initial position is targeting here. And when I'm trying to update my initial position, it's also updating the initial position for this. And when this is updating, that's why my background color is changing. Okay, but thing is when I'm changing the color, when I'm changing the color, I think it's not updating the background thing. It's updated by this. And why this happen, I don't know. Actually, all the shapes are called, and in that case, my color and the position both is called here. But I don't know, I don't need to working with position. I'm also I'm only working with the color. It's just updating the value or target that color has. Okay, that is going to update the color, and the color is updating my this one. Even that's not changing my position of my color, but it's changing my this thing. It's become 6.75. Now it's 76. Okay, right. It's become 74. Okay. Actually, I'm updating the things from here. That's why it's getting the error. Set shape. And how I'm going to update my set shape? Like shape, position. Inside my position, I'm going to update my position like X, X plus dx, Y, Y plus dy. I think this will be my right way to update the things. And when I'm going to update my color, it's not going to change. Right? Reset my things. Like, hey, why this error unexpected error? It says like X is not defined. In this case, I require to use my lammer function. Should I use lammer or just working the same? How I update my object like this? Position dot x. Oh God, it's really become hectic for me. I'm supposed to update the things in different way. I'm not supposed to use like this. Actually, I require to use the lammer first. In this case, I require to use the lammer. It's, I think what should I do right now? Done, done. Oh God. How should I use the lammer here? If I require to use a lammer, I require to use this import and use lammer, and everything will be same and update that like this. Let's use this lemma here. Use here lemma. Immer, not lemma. Immer. Immer. Use Immer. When I supposed to update my shape, let's update my color first. To update my color, how I'm going to update? Update like this. Update.color.appear. Shit, it's not been installed earlier. So I was supposed to use that again. Z Z plus dy, and that's it. But this is like, bro, I don't know what is Z. But my dear, it's a 20th position. I don't know what is X. Shape dot position dot X. Know it very well. Hope you understand what is this. Okay. Hey, why am I dragging? Now my Z is null. Hey, 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 hey. Where is Z? It's Y. Why this null? dy plus y, and the value is changing. Let's see the solution here. Let me take a hint. If something is unexpected change, there is a mutation. Find a mutation in approaches and fix it. I'm using the mutation here only. I require to see the solution. Hey, we just tried the same. Shape.position.x dx and dy. But why it's not working for this? Why this was not? I don't know what's the error. Dx and dy and this thing is same, but still it's not working for my case. What if it's not working for my case? And I don't know what's the error. It's not dragging. What if I change this, remove this thing, do that work, and still it's not working? And let's reset it. Look, copy this, my code, and correct code. I don't think that this is a correct, but still I'm assuming it as a correct. And tell me the error. And before that, let me check everything is same in here. I think everything is same for this reason. Issue. Issue in the first code, background component issue. Always background is getting the initial position. Yes, I want to set it as always initial. The same. Shader position is good. I think that's not my error. Let's update my code for that. It's still it's not working. When I update all the code from here and paste it here, let me refresh this once. Then I paste this and wait for the update here. Now they work. Yes, now it's working. So the reason was like, let me copy my code from here. I don't want to copy any other's code. This is my code. I'm just copying my code from here. Okay. This is my code and it's working. So guys, our code is working properly. Okay. And one more thing that I want to add, like this JSON. Okay. Nothing is working. Good. So guys, we complete our solution here. Like actually, there was an sandbox error. We completed our solution earlier too. Let's moving to the our last uh, code. Update the object with lammer. Okay, it's lammer immer immer immer. This is the same buggy example as a previous challenge. This time fix the mutation by using Immer for your convenience. Use Immer is already imported. Thank God. So you need to change the shape state variable using it. Okay, thank you. Package notation, and I have both things. Still changing the color. It's updating like that. Now I'm going to. The thing is same, but now the thing is like I want to update my things by use Immer. Let me make it big. Here, use Immer like this, and whenever I want to update my things, I want to see like set shape, set shape, like not from the event. I want to update my shape by new update as update. Okay, update update dot paste it here. This update dot shape dot position dot x, and I also want to update my position dot y x dy. Okay, and the shape is updating like this, and I want to update my shape not like this. Update my shape like this. Update dot shape update dot color color equals to e dot target dot name. Shape is already been selected from update. Okay. Oh, my shape is not actually my color is not updating. Value is my what shape dot color. if I want to update my single variable dot name in the target dot value. Okay, it's like value not name. Actually, I'm trying to updating my name. Now things will be work properly here and like still. Hey bro, yeah. Okay, now it's working. I like blue, like pink, and orange. So we just update all these things. Let's check our solution here and inside this, and we update use Immer and all this thing and updating as a draft. Don't follow this like draft and like this. Want to update my position dot x like this, and I want to change the color like this. All right, guys, everything is going well. So this was the last challenge for day, and we just completed our update object in states. Tomorrow I'm going to start with update array in state. Tomorrow I'm going to start with this. We are going to updating the array. So be tuned with us, and we will conquer this too. And from next day we are going to start with managing state in depth. Okay, guys. So that's it for today. Have a nice day. Goodbye. And hope you will join the Discord server for new updates in upcoming weeks. And that's it. Subscribe to our channel and make it